Sofi. And I decided to make this video because I know this person and she's very kind. I would say nice words. She's very kind, she's very hardworking, and we found like really kind of connection with her and her sister. They are really very similar actually, and it was very interesting to know actually her like life story, because I know that by your age, how old are you?
21.
21. By 21 years old, she has already had, I think, like a very interesting life, and it's and not, I think, it's the life that is actually different from a lot of people.
Right.
Let's start. So, you were born in Syria. Yeah?
Yes.
So, like, can you tell me, like, how was life in Syria when you were there? Like, do you remember actually, like, how, like, was your, I don't know, usual day in Syria, for example?
Yeah. So I'm gonna start with first time that I started to like notice things when you're a baby, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I was born in Syria. My family moved from different country to Syria. So both of my parents, they met in Syria and they got married and they had me and my other siblings, right? But we had a really normal life. It was beautiful, really modest, really humble, you know. Everything was normal. Like
So you were going to kindergarten or like?
Yeah, I went to Iranian private school because my mom wanted me to have the best education, and usually private schools in Syria are better, you know, than public school.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got registered and I studied till 7th grade or 8th grade. I don't remember. It's been a long time ago. Yeah, and then life was okay, normal, like anyone's life would be, you know. But then in 2011, war started, and it was, people thought that
Do you remember this day when you realized that actually in your country there is something happening, like the war is happening?
Yes, I never experienced war before. I never been there, I never had experience. So when we heard news about other states, other cities in Syria that they are going through war, there's killing going on, there's groups going against each other, you have government, the other side. But yeah, and we thought, because we hear a lot about third world countries such as Yemen and Lebanon, Iraq. You hear about war all the time, and you're like, okay, it's going on, but it's not that effective since you don't live, you're not there, right? Yeah. So and for me it was like, okay, it's far away from here, it's not close to my place, so I think we're gonna be okay. But then the war started to get separate, you know. So it got through other states, cities, and eventually it came to the capital of Syria, which is Damascus.
So you were living in the capital?
Yes, I was born there and I lived there all my life. Yeah, for the most of my life, I guess. Yeah, but yes. So when it started, and we used to live in a city. So it was a few miles away from my house to my brother's school, my two youngest brothers. And then one day we heard a really small noise or sound of like something exploding. And we thought it's just, you know, a car accident or something. It's not, we never thought it was going to be a bomb or like, I don't know, And actually it was 4 bombs implanted in one of the cities, the highways. So a lot of people died. It was really loud and really horrifying, and you can feel the shake from the bomb and everything. So, and my brother's school were too close to that area, to that effective area. So, and then they canceled the school. They said, you're staying in the school till your parents gets here and pick you up. And everyone was at work and school, and nobody was there to pick my little brothers up, and they had to stay. And it was horrifying because everyone was leaving, and there were 2 young little kids waiting. They don't know if they're going to be the next victim. it's horrifying the fact that you don't know when you're gonna die. When are you gonna see your family? When is this the last time I'm gonna see my mom? Is this the last thing I'm gonna say to my sister? Yeah. So, and it's kept going till that one day, this is where it started, that we had to actually move and go. One day it was around 4 p.m. and they started saying, there's two groups, they were fighting. They're saying out loud that within few hours, we're gonna come over to your houses, we're gonna take whatever that we wanted, we're gonna kill, shoot people, and you have either you're gonna stay or you're gonna run till 7 in the morning. People thought that sounds crazy, sounds horrifying, but you won't imagine the fact that there's people gonna come to your house and actually do that to you. So our family we are Muslims, but we are from a different sect. So there's multiple sects going on, right? So we had to hide things that actually represents the way I pray or the way I do things or practice my religion, right? So we had to hide those, and because if they found out that we are
so how was it happening? Like your family, like I don't know, like you were sitting with your family and your parents would say, guys, like children, we should hide, we should do something. This is what is going on.
Right.
This is what's happening.
Yeah. So my dad, before war, he passed away. So it was only my mom with us, and she didn't know what to do because we were 6 siblings. We were all young, and she was single mom. And
he passed away not because of the war.
Yeah, it was a normal, I guess, normal there. Yeah. So yeah, and my mom, she's like, okay, let's hide things that represents us to being from a different side. If they ask you this, you say this, because they're gonna ask you about how do you pray, how do you say this, how do you do that. So you gotta know and
so she
hide your.
prepared you, like children, how to answer questions if something like this happens.
Yes, if you have a gun on your head, you gotta know how to respond, how to react. If you reacted awfully, you're gone within seconds. So you have to. So for us, it was again horrifying because as kids, you don't know what to do. When someone yells at you, you tell them everything because you're scared, right? When you're older, you would know how to react and how to respond to things. But since we were all kids, my mom was really scared the fact that she had to see this in front of her eyes, that her kid's going through this, right? So it was around 6 in the morning. Before we were all and we had no electricity because everyone was like, you can literally see, if you go upstairs to second floor, you can see people like against each other shooting and everything. So we went upstairs because it wasn't safe for us to stay in downstairs. So we went upstairs and it was dark, everyone was looking, and I can literally see a helicopter coming over, shooting the houses down there. Yes, and to me it was shock. I was like in a, I was frozen because it was so new for me as a kid. Like even now when I think about it, I would have time to just like, I want to have my own time to just like react and think, how did I survive that? How like my family did, how my mom even controlled herself to just like, or controlled us to like bring us here, you know? So it was around 6 in the morning, we were still upstairs, we were looking, people actually started to grab their stuff and run away. And we were like, okay, everybody's doing this, so let's just follow them. And we grabbed nothing because we thought, you know what, we're gonna come back, you know, we're not gonna go there and like live in a different state or like a city or something. And which we grabbed nothing and we went, so we left everything at home and we just followed people that was running away. and we ended up being in a different place. And there was buses would take you to different countries, such as Iraq and Lebanon. And we didn't know, so we wanted to get on the bus. But they were like, no, we're going to Lebanon. Are you going? Do you want to go to Lebanon? We're like, no. I have life, I have family here. I wouldn't, right?
I mean, they were taking like refugees? Or
No, like people
want
want
to just go to like...
they want to save people, I guess. So we weren't refugees there because we're still in a country that we were born there, you know? Yeah. So they're like, yeah, we're going there. You want to go there? We're like, no. So so we kept following. So everyone got into there was a place that they have just that you're surrounded by hotels, and so it's a like for people to like when they come over and visit other countries, they come to that place, right? So everyone got places, got rooms in a safe place. It was a really safe zone, and we were the only family that we couldn't find any because we had no idea what's going on. All you see people running and cars speeding, and that's it. And so there's one guy. He's like, I know a place you can come. And they took us to a hotel, gave us a room, and they're like, you guys stay there for now because this place is safe for now, but we don't know what's going to happen next. We had nothing, the house was empty, there was only a few couches and a bed and that's it. And so we had to stay overnight, and at night, the groups got over to our place, so you can hear them. They're like, and people were screaming, stay away from the window. And my brother was sitting there like, hey, stay away because they're shooting, you don't know. And which we were like sitting in the middle of the room to just like, you know, to be careful to not get shot or anything. Yeah, but for 2 years we lived through that, and just because we are not...
So you were there for 2 years?
Yes, yes. Yeah, and then just because we were not Syrians, we're not like fully Syrians from both parents. So we had to like we struggled a little bit more because we had to prove them that we were born here, that we are one of you guys. We're not the bad guys, you know. But you know, we survived, and so my mom said she was thinking that throughout this 2 years, they're like, we need to figure out a way to get out of this place because I'm by myself, I have young kids, and we need to go to a different, safe place at least. And we heard a lot about other countries that are near Syria, but they're not actually, you can't have a good education there, you can't have a really safe place because those countries are going through stuff too. So there's a program called IOM. She applied, she said, well, the only reason I'm applying, it's you know what's going on. It's war, you don't know where you're going to die, you're going to get killed, you don't know. So they're like, well, you're not the only one. We have millions of people like you want to run away and go to a safe place. So because we had multiple situations where we were too close to be killed, well, I think it helped us to give us a way to get here.
Like this program, it's sponsored by who?
Okay, so this program IOM is kind of related to UNHCR.
What does this mean?
Yeah, United Nations. I think, United Nations. I don't know. It's just.
I mean, it's not connected to a specific country. So when you're applying to this program, do you know it?
No, it's not. No, it's not because it's not sponsored by United States. No, it's not. So they listen to your story, they write it down, they send your file to different countries. They ask you what countries do you want to go. Any countries would be great, to be honest. As I mean, we just want to get out of this place. So many countries rejected. United States said, yeah, we are okay with you guys, but the process will take a long time because you guys are family. You guys are not just couples or like two people. Yeah. It took us a long time. We had to and then actually we had to travel to to that place to like every time to want to make sure that if our papers are working, getting processed, because we really want to get out of this place. And yeah, and there's a quick story I want to share actually. One day, my two youngest brother, they wanted to buy breakfast. Usually we buy our breakfast fresh, every single morning. So it was around 9 in the morning. They went downstairs. They're like, okay, there's a big rock. They were standing there. They were discussing, okay, I'm going that way to grab bread, and the other one saying that I'm gonna go that way to grab juice, And they were 4 minutes away from a bomb explosion from that area, and around 62 people died. And yes, and my brothers saw the chaos, saw blood, saw parts of humans everywhere. And so it's just to think about it, like I was about to lose my brothers within a few minutes, and it's horrifying just the thought of it, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, and they're like, so one day they called us, they're like, you have 20 days, or 20 days to get your stuff, and you guys are going to the United States. We're like, okay, we had an interview, they're saying that, okay, you guys are going to Twin Falls. They had no idea what was Twin Falls.
So you had no choice.
No. Yeah. So we're like, okay, I'm okay with that place, even though I have no idea. I never heard of Twin Falls or Idaho before.
Yes, I've never heard about this place.
Same, right? Yeah. So we had to Google, just to make sure, is that actually a place in Essex, or we're going to the We're like, no, it is a place there. Yeah, because all I thought it was California and Washington and Chicago, and that's it. Yeah. So they're like, yeah, you're going there. We're like, I don't care, as long as we're getting out of this place. Yeah. And just, we're going to take you there, but anything happens throughout the journey, it's your responsibility. And you don't know when you have ISIS, you have other groups, that they're going to stop your bus and you're done. We don't know. We don't know if this road is clear, if it's safe. We're just going to take you. And it's your responsibility, it's not ours, because you wanted us to help you. So we're like, it's okay, at least we're trying. At least we're trying to go to a safe place. And we had there's routes you can literally see places are burned down, shut down, and it's like, when we reached Lebanon, we're like, thank God we're out of Syria. But the funny thing is, Lebanon is going through war too. So no, we're not. And then from Lebanon we got to Egypt. From Egypt it was a little bit safer, because Egypt wasn't that bad back in the days. I don't know now. But and then we got to New York, to Utah, and then to Twin Falls.
It's a long journey.
But I thank God that I had an opportunity to actually be here, exactly, to pursue my education, my goals, and my dreams, because I'm one of the lucky ones, to be honest, because there's thousands of millions of refugees right now just want to get out of that place.
So, do you miss something from Syria?
I miss a lot. My home country, my house, my place I grew up, place I made friends, place, and the food, everything, to be honest. But, I can't, if I had a choice to go back, I would, but I wouldn't live there, though, because I am more comfortable here. I have more opportunities here than over there.
So, do you define yourself as an American now? Because I know that recently you got your citizenship.
Citizenship, I'm proud to say that I'm both, but at the same time, it's difficult, to be honest, because I love to be an American. I always dreamed to be an American, because as long as you're an American, you are free, you are safe, you are
I mean, of course, maybe comparing to Syria, yeah, free, safe, but do you really feel that it's like how people see America free and safe?
Okay, I think it really depends on the person. How do you define freedom? How do you see safety? How do you see things in a different angle? To me, this is freedom to me. Be able to come here and do whatever I want, to get education, to do major things that I want, you know?
Yeah. So also, like, my opinion on this is that when I was preparing for this interview, I was reading a lot of stuff and I'm following a lot of news every day that is happening in Syria. And that's so sad that actually Syria is kind of like became a place where all countries, they're fighting for their interests, and just small, wonderful, beautiful country became a victim of all of this. And that's really very sad.
Because that is so true, and I love the way you presented it to like a country that you have other first world countries that they find their interest in that, and they only get involved to like help, but at the same time to like fulfill their interests, right? Yeah, but it goes up to, again, back to how corrupted the governments are. How you have politicians that they only do things that if that is really good to their country, right? So
it's kind of like seems for me that politics, it's by definition, it can't be a place with morals, because it's kind of politicians, it's their job to defend their country and to defend the interests of their countries, and so their interests will be colluding with the interests of other countries. So it's kind of like, by definition, politicians can be moral guys, you know?
Exactly, that is so true. But at the same time, to me personally, nowadays politicians, they're no way close to being moral. They only do it if their boss told them to do it. Doesn't matter who gets involved, who's getting hurt, and who's not. As long as it's okay, if it's perfectly fine for the government itself, then let's just do it. Because it is terrible, because you got so many countries on the war, they have lack of support, lack of food. You got millions of refugees, yet you have big countries that they don't help the refugees because they are somehow drug dealers, all that things.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the way I see it, you are the reason, instead of not allowing them help or like solve the problem, right? It's obvious that you have multiple countries are the cause of other problems.
Yeah.
So I don't want to pinpoint countries, because it's really known and abroad that it's not just only one country that is doing it, right? Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. I sent you feedback on the post that you made about Notre Dame.
Right.
And how you said 2 businessmen invested and it will be rebuilt.
Yeah. And invested millions of dollars to rebuild. You got a lot of countries supporting this cause, which is beautiful, and I know it's tragic.
Yeah.
I know how horrible is it, right? And it's beautiful that they got support from different countries. You got billionaires supporting, but just because it's a well-known country, just a well-known place, and you totally forgot about other beings going through and how they suffer, you have kids seeing their parents die in front of their eyes. Nobody's looking at that, because somehow they're a third world country and nobody cares about it. And you have other countries actually deny their existence, that they need help and support. So.
Okay, let's leave very difficult questions.
Okay.
And another set of questions that I have, they're more about life. What is happiness for you?
Happiness, it's really, thank you for asking because I think it's really, really good question. For me, happiness is to be able to see and my loved ones that are around me, my friends, friendships such as yours, and I'm so thankful and I appreciate and value life more, which makes me happy. So, yeah.
How do you say peace in Arabic?
Salam, which means peace. So when you say
Salam. So all the time when I'm saying hi, I'm saying peace.
yeah. So we say salam alaikum, which means peace be upon you, and in response you would say peace be upon you too. So
that's
yeah.
beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah.
And another question. Let's imagine now you have an opportunity to be heard by the whole world. What would you say?
I would say to love more, you know, open your heart, be able to understand and feel the story, the situation. Don't ever judge based just by looking at one angle. Read the story, feel the story, look at different angles, and then decide.